On this edition of Outlook TV, Connie Smudge addresses an anti-bullying assembly in North Vancouver.
Carlotta girls been doing 3 whole years of hot Saturday night drag shows.
Gareth CJ Wee goes to Singing Can Be a Drag.
And much, much more.
Hello and welcome to Outlook TV. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Dan Doomshaw. Outlook TV is the LGBTQ news magazine show that brings you the stories from coast to coast that matter the most.
It's March, so we're gearing up for spring, and what better way than a story from Connie?
That's right. Our resident drag queen reporter travels to North Vancouver, where she talks to an assembly about anti-bullying. Connie?
Oh, hi, kittens. It's your intrepid reporter, the unstoppable Connie Smudge, here in deepest Deep Cove on the North Shore of Vancouver. Kittens, I have the most ultimate experience for you today. Not only am I going to a high school where they are celebrating all of our differences, Sea Cove Secondary here in Deep Cove, but Jenna Talakova is going to be there. We're going to speak to some of the organizers, and they've created a huge assembly of all their students, 800 plus students from grade 8 to 12. We're going to make an impact today, kittens, and I can't wait for you to join along our journey. Come on, let's go, okay? I'm ready! Here I am with the fabulous Dr. Overgaard. He is the principal here at Sea Cove Secondary. How are you, sir?
I'm great. I'm excited for today.
I'm absolutely vibrating with anticipation. I really am.
Good. And I think the whole school is. It's going to be a really important, meaningful day for us where we're looking at transgendered issues and really trying to promote acceptance and community.
More emotionally stronger, more confident with myself, and all around able to progress.
Tell me what you think about this GSA and how it's helping these kids in their life.
I think the GSA Club is really central to the school because these students, and this is our second year that we've done a GSA assembly,
too, yeah.
And their sense of really wanting to create an environment and a community where there is acceptance for all students, no matter whether they're a student with special needs, whether they're a student with a different sexual orientation. It doesn't matter. We need to accept everybody and appreciate and include everyone in our community. And that is what I feel really important about this community. It is acceptance of everyone.
Tell me how this group all ensued, how it all started.
It started about 7 years ago as a group of 3 people, and they were people who identified as gay or lesbian and just really wanted to be a part of changing the culture at our school that was more understanding about LGBTQ issues.
What part is this fabulous group and what are we doing?
This is the GSA, the Gay Straight Alliance at Sea Cove, and we are having an assembly to raise awareness on gender identity and transgendered issues.
Here's one of Ms. Yo's star students, Bruce Proudfoot, giving a most enlightening, insightful, and entertaining speech.
Hi, so I think you all know me. My name's Bruce, in case you didn't. I'm in grade 12, I'm gay, and I like the color blue. When you're young, people always tell you that you can be whatever you want if you try hard enough. I took this very literally. I pushed being gay as far out of my mind as I could. I would tell myself it's just a phase. I would make homophobic comments to distance myself from it, and I even went as far as to date several girls. Sorry about that.
My uncle, he was gay, and he always had a really difficult time. He would be 40 this year, so he always had a difficult time growing up, so this is definitely something that hits pretty close to home.
You are more than the flesh stretched over your bones or the amount of space that you take up around you. You're more than the color of your eyes or the freckles on your cheeks. You are the strength that it takes to get out of bed in the morning.
I love your generation so much more than mine because I find that you're way more open-minded about just letting people be who they are.
I find that we're so lucky to live in Canada when there's other countries who are taking steps backwards, whereas we're really moving forward with Bill 279 trying to get passed and everything right now. I just feel like we're really fortunate.
I got really caught up with trying to be with the cool kids because I was accepted from my high school and it just went downhill from there. I mean, I needed to learn it, but I went through it all. I went through the partying, the drugs, dropping out, all of these things I never tell anybody. And I lost myself, and then I picked myself back up. And now I'm here today.
This is your intrepid reporter, the unstoppable Connie Smudge, reporting from Deep Cove for Outlook TV.
And on to another famous drag queen, one that's been delighting Vancouver audiences for a long time. It's Carlotta Girl.
And it's been 3 years now that her show Dragulicious has been happening. Angus Pratt caught up with her.
We're here at the Junction nightclub in Davie Village. We're about to talk to one of Vancouver's top entertainers, Carlotta Girl. Let's go find her.
I'm very excited and very happy to be here. It's my 3rd year anniversary show, and there's no place I'd rather be.
Well, we're very excited to be here as well. And we would like to let our audience know a little bit about you. Can you tell us, for instance, where did you come from?
Well, you'd never believe this, but I'm actually from a small town in southern Labrador, Newfoundland, called West St. Modeste, because East St. Modeste is underwater.
When did you realize I'm going to be an entertainer?
Well, my mom always said I could sing before I could talk and dance before I could walk. I think that's very true because even at a very young age, the earliest memories I have are entertaining people. Singing and dancing birthday parties, local get-togethers, all kinds of soirees. So it was very easy for me to do that. I loved it.
When you first came to Vancouver, where did you start and how did you learn how to do this?
Well, I started a few different places. First place was a place called Chuck's Pub in the Heritage House Hotel. Beautiful, beautiful establishment, so much fun. And then the Dufferin as well, a little bar called Streets in the Dufferin. We performed there. A lot of queens helped me out with my makeup and my look and putting my style together.
You were also Empress 29 of Vancouver.
Yes, I was. It was a fantastic year of my life. It's a position that is elected here in Vancouver by the people, and you act as an ambassador for your city and travel around and raise awareness for what's going on in your city and also raise money for local charities. So it's a wonderful thing to do and be a part of. I was very, very blessed to do it.
Last year you were in Los Angeles, and you had a special occasion when you got a walk on a TV show. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Well, where we were doing our show, our sort of media event, was at a beautiful little restaurant called Sir Lounge, which is the actual set for a reality show called Vanderpump Rules. So I went there after I was finished working and stuff, and it was partying and drag, and they had cameras walking around, and they wanted to do a little sort of thing on me. So they did, and I appeared on one of their episodes. I think it was the Pride episode.
You have a very special show tonight coming up. It's your 3rd anniversary show at the Junction for Absolutely Dragulous. Can you give us a little hint of what's going to happen?
Well, I've always loved having an amazing array of guest stars in the show. So tonight I have about 6 or 7 fantastic, amazing performers in town, representing all walks of Vancouver entertainment life. And I also have some great dancers doing a fantastic little jazzy dance number to close the show, which I hope everyone will enjoy.
The world is watching as the Russian LGBTQ community continues to face persecution.
That's right, and the response at home here has been varied, from boycotts to support. We sent our reporter Monica to the Fountainhead to witness a message of love being sent to Russia.
We're in front of the Fountainhead pub tonight, and we're going to be talking with General Manager Andrew Watling about the To Russia with Love campaign.
Right before Pride, we were one of the first bars in North America to sort of take the Russian-produced vodkas off the shelf. And we thought with the Olympics coming up, it still gives us a great opportunity to remind people what's going on in Russia and in Sochi. So we thought instead of making it a boycott and turning our backs against the people of Russia, we thought, why don't we send some love to Russia and sort of spin it in a more positive way. So what we've done is there's a couple of different aspects to the campaign. You can come into the pub and you can buy, it's called Russian Kiss, which is a drink that we made up, and $1 from each sale of that goes towards an organization called allout.org. We are also donating $1 from each of our lunch or dinner specials, and those again are going to allout.org. We've also got a love note. You can take a little tag for $1 and write a note of support to the LGBT community in Russia.
Can you tell us a bit about allout.org and the proceeds?
OutlookTV is an umbrella organization that sort of gets things moving when there's first injustices noticed around the world. So right now they are doing a lot of work with the Russian LGBT community.
So love notes that are going to be sent to an LGBT representative in Russia, right? Any word on what's going to be done with those there?
Initially we thought we would be able to find an LGBT organization. Obviously with everything going on, they've really had to go underground because the world's eyes are on them right now. But that being said, it's also the Russian eyes are on them, the Russian government's eyes. So we've been in contact with an organization, sort of a middleman, to get those to the LGBT community in Russian, to hopefully have them translated before they get there. So that they can understand what each one means. But again, it's sort of, I didn't realize how underground it had to have been because of just their fear, their freedom, their safety, really. So we found another organization that's willing to do that, and they have a connection that will get those letters there and get them to them safely.
What connection does Absolute Vodka have to your campaign?
Well, here at the Fountainhead, we've got a great connection with Absolute, and they're our house brand of vodka. And they gladly, and I mean, a Swedish vodka, they gladly stepped up to the plate when we were looking for a sponsor for this to cover all of the printing material, all the costs of the printing materials, so that all of the money that we make, every penny that we actually get in, can go directly to OutlookTV instead of us having to help cover some of the initial costs of getting this campaign set up.
I'm Monica Marzek for Outlook TV.
We're going to have to take a little break now, but stay tuned.
That's right, we've got lots more stories right after this.
You're watching Outlook TV. Thanks so much for joining us.
Our next story brings us back in history, and our reporter Gary Wolfader visits the Vancouver Holocaust Center, where there's a special exhibit on right now about the gay persecution in the Holocaust.
This is Gary for Outlook TV at the Vancouver Holocaust Center, located on the lower level of the Jewish Community Center, and we're here to see the current exhibit, Nazi Persecution of Homosexuals.
The Vancouver Holocaust Education Center is the leading provider of Holocaust education for British Columbia and Western Canada, and we are an internationally renowned teaching museum. The current exhibit is on loan from the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, and it's entitled Nazi Persecution of Homosexuals, 1933 to 1945. And the exhibit seeks to sort of explore the gradual persecution that affected primarily gay men under the Nazi regime during this peak period. Ernest Röhm was a high-ranking person within the Nazi Party. He was the head of the Stormtroopers, also known as the SA, and Röhm was, of course, a gay man who was appointed to his position with Hitler and the rest of the party being aware of his open status as a gay male. And that position did not pose many problems until Röhm rose too high in power. They blamed him for treason within the state, that as a gay man, he could not be trusted and he would turn against his state, and therefore he needed to die. Liberation and persecution for these men did not end with the end of the Nazi state. When the Allied governments came into power in post-war Germany, they insisted that many of these men return to imprisonment. And so laws against homosexuality remained on the book in the Nazi revision form. It was on the books in West Germany until 1969. And the law, paragraph 175, was only repealed in 1990 after the reunification of West and East Germany. One shameful element of this piece is that we know so little about so many of these men. They often did not have families to remember them or who wished to remember them. And so as a result, so many of these narratives died with these men. We ask students to take on the responsibility to bear witness to this history because only they can do it. Past generations chose not to. And we have an opportunity, although it's late in the game, to make some change now and to hopefully create a more informed, sort of globally aware, future.
Vancouver's Davie Village clubs, pubs, and restaurants raise funds for Friends for Life Society.
So we sent our reporter Keenan to get you the inside scoop about how much they raised and where the money was going.
Hi everybody, right now we're inside Celebrities for the annual Party of Life celebration. Let's go down the strip and see what this night has in store for us.
Party for Life tonight. There's nothing I love more than the people that make up the village in the West End who always come through and always show up for some of the most vulnerable members of our community, like some of the people that are accessing services at Friends for Life.
What would you say is the most memorable event that you have ever done in the Davie Village?
Well, aside from our great Pride Festival we have in August, I think one of the ones is the one that we do today. We've done this several times over winters. Some winters have passed by, but most of you probably remember Mardi Gras. It's the night where all the bars participate and happens towards the end of February. And we sort of tossed around the idea of maybe we should try this more closer to the beginning of February when more bars are a little more quiet and fill up the bars when they need to be filled.
What's your connection with the Vancouver Friends for Life Society?
Well, I had the pleasure of hosting their first fundraiser almost 20 years ago. I was a volunteer for years. I host Bingo for Life here every Wednesday at Celebrities, and I'm the special events coordinator. I plan events like this.
What sort of things should we expect? It's Party for Life 2014, and we all just kind of got together, all the bars and some of the promoters in town. We all decided to get together for one night and really just, throw down for Friends for Life. Everyone got a wristband. It's all about going out and enjoying yourself as a community, all together in the Davie Village. I mean, what can you expect? Places like 1181 and Fountainhead, proceeds from the sales go to Friends for Life, which is great. So you start at Fountainhead, you pig out, and then you go to 1181, you drink, and then you go to all the other bars and you get in for free and you dance.
What I find really unique about this night is I have been walking on the Davie Strip for the last couple of hours before the fabulous show with Carlotta Girl, which I totally rocked. But I'm walking on the Davie Stroll, and oh my goodness, it was like a high school reunion. I was walking into people I haven't seen in years. It brought people out that were like, yeah, I'm gonna put up for that, and I want to come out because we ain't that old, honey.
Well, Davie Street was alive and bumping as it usually is, but sadly, Party for Life had to come to an end. I cannot wait to see what happens next year for Party for Life 2015. I'm Keenan Schnorr, signing out. Bye.
And now it's time for our favorite part of the show, Out Across Canada.
This is where we hear from viewers like you and you share your queer stories with us. We're going to start way east in Nova Scotia, where we've got
Eureka.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Eureka Love in Halifax, Nova Scotia, your Outlook TV correspondent for the Maritimes. I'm going to tell you what we have out on the boil here. First and foremost, Irish drag queen and LGBTQIA activist Panty Bliss is coming to St. Mary's University to give a talk on homophobia in Ireland. It's a free show, and the seats are available to everyone. Deception, a new rock opera, is rolling through the Maritimes. It's written and produced by Katie Day and also co-produced by John Dunsworth of Trailer Park Boys fame. It's going to be featuring a cast of wonderful characters, including Halifax's own Rouge Fatale, Pheromone, and yours truly, Eureka Love. It's going to be in Truro, Fredericton, Moncton, St. John, Halifax, and check out the website for local ticket prices and locations near you. The Galaxy of Stars benefit for Claude Gadet is going on at Triangles Bar in Moncton, New Brunswick. It's hosted by Rouge Fatale. There's going to be lots of drag and comedy, and there's 2 provinces coming out here to show some support. So if you're in the area, why not show yours? Support, I mean. The Atlantic Canadian Mac Leather Group is revamped and quickly gaining steam. They've put together a calendar of events including a meet and greet, a gear swap, puppy play, as well as leatherware and more. Check them out in the fall. They're going to be running a Mr. Atlantic Canadian Leather competition with an intent to put the winner into the International Mr. Leather competition in Chicago of 2014. That's more mouthful than a ball gag. I'm going to leave you with that. I'm Eureka Love in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And remember, stick with me, kids. I'll take you places.
It's time for us to take a little break, but please stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
It's marvelous that you should care for me.
Up next is our sports reporter, Skylar Bear, but he's not wearing shorts this time.
No, but he does have a story that aims to please, and I think it's going to hit the bullseye because he brings us the tale of the Dart Club in Vancouver, where an LGBT group practices with their little pricks.
What better way to spend time indoors playing a really fun and exciting sport with some great people than darts at the Fountainhead? It's a big crowd and everyone looks like they're having a good time, they're happy.
It's a fun league. They're not worried about awards, trophies, and whatever. They want to come out and have fun and meet people. Everybody plays together, but we have a handicap built into the game so that everybody's equal. They're playing on a level playing field.
Perfect. I might need that handicap if I join, I think.
You'll have fun if you do.
I started playing darts many years ago. English guys are kind of hot, and that's actually what got me into it when I was a teenager. And then just in my 20s, I kept playing. It's a lot of fun, and the Fountainhead, the staff is great. The chef is wonderful. The food is amazing, and it's just a really all-around great place to come and hang out and be. And we get to play darts, and
you get to have a drink.
And a drink.
If you want to come and try out darts, we're happy to have you. It's a great time. We're very inclusive, and we just want to have a good time, and we want you to have a good time.
I think we should throw these really cool darts. Now, before we start, they're all kind of personalized. They got like really cool designs on them. Yours are green, mine have a British flag.
Some people like their flights to be the same color or matching colors with their tips, and everybody has a different preference.
Is that what this is called, a flight?
Flight, yes.
Oh, I had no idea. I only thought that was for airplanes. I like yours especially. They're kind of like man darts.
They are, and I find them to be very, they stimulate me, and they get me in a good mood, and they will me on to win. So.
Is this one yours?
That one is mine.
The British flag, yeah. I love that they're all personalized and so sparkly. I like this one the best, actually.
Yeah, I like the Dimplex because it stays in. It won't fall out like a lot of them.
Perfect. Are you actually British?
Not at all.
Okay. You just like the Union Jack flag?
Love the Union Jack.
Well, I've had a blast tonight playing darts at the Fountainhead and here at Numbers, and I'm going to put my new learned skills to the test. For OutlookTV, this is Skylar Bear.
Now, no respectable drag queen would ever tell her real age, but we do know the age of the Vancouver men's chorus, 33.
Wow, so it started when I was born.
Jerk.
Gareth C.J. Wee covers this story, Singing Can Be a Drag.
Thank you, Rebecca and Dan. I cannot wait to hear their voices and see their costumes. I'm just so excited. Are you ready? Come on, let's go. Hurry up!
Oh, it's wonderful. It's marvelous that you should care for me.
Okay, we've got a whole bunch of singers. How can we utilize our talents in a fundraiser besides a main stage show? And Vancouver is really receptive to drag shows. So we thought, why don't we put the two together? So it was born out of that. There's no audition for it. Anybody that shows an interest, we will make room for them on the stage. So there's no audition. The performers practice on their own time. They choose their own song. They find the music. They ask one of our accompanists to accompany them, and they put their whole performance together.
Make it bigger. That's why it's bigger. We just learned this dance like half an hour ago. You know it's bigger. That's why it's bigger. Time, keep us in a row. Stick with me, cause your drag queen's a semi-pro.
The best thing about this production is that you get to see people who would never perhaps get an opportunity to do drag, do it well, and sing their hearts out at the same time. It's like very true drag experience here. Yeah, it's an escape.
My pussycat was sitting on my front step. It started to rain. Your pussy got wet. Wet pussy. Sore. Wet. Pussy. He's just a friendly little cat.
This is the first show that we've actually taken the show out of Vancouver. We went to New West last weekend to the Columbia Theatre and got an amazing response from them. It's a beautiful venue and perfect for this type of show.
What do you wanna wear this spring? What do you think is a new thing? What do you wanna wear this season? Princess Sarah!
Well, I was asked by popular demand. No, I'm just kidding. I decided to do this performance because I love the VMC and I love raising funds for the VMC.
So this is your first time in drag, right?
My first time doing drag, yes.
And how's the experience been?
It's been a lot of work. A lot of work choreographing stuff and getting makeup done. You have to sit down in the chair for like 3-4 hours. It's terrible.
What's your favorite part about it?
Probably the performance part. That's really fun. Yeah. Dancing with my boys, all in pink.
From the Roundhouse Community Arts and Recreation Center, this is Garrett CJE for Outlook TV.
Unfortunately, that is all the time we have for tonight's show. Thank you so much for joining us.
But we will be back next month with all the hottest queer stories from coast to coast.
In the meantime, you could like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or you could volunteer with us.
That's right, be in touch. I'm Dan Doomshaw.
And I'm Rebecca Wyman.
Stay fabulous, Canada.